Recorded.
All right, here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Diamond Factory. For those of you that are here for the very first time, we applaud you and we welcome you to Akana Nation, Akana for life. This is the Diamond Factor where we come together with like minded individuals to get our day started. My name is Dr. Roz. I'm your VP of Communications here at Akana, a distributor and Emerald director. And I'm excited because I've been here since the day started, since the company started, seen it go from where it was to where it is today. And when I think about that, I think about the vision and the visionary and how people that start things are able to succeed. And so I have to ask you the question this morning, where are you? If you've been here since day one or day 51 or day 151, wherever you fall, where are you now? And when you think about where you are now, I want to ask, is that what you're looking at, where you are now? Is that what wakes you up? Is that what depresses you? If that's what disturbs you, where you are now? If you fall in the negative scheme of that category, it's because your focus is on the wrong thing. See, we've got to go to the end and work our way backwards. We often focus on where we are and not where we're going. We often have a discussion with others and ourselves and our spouses or whomever we're discussing it with about what's not happening in our business, what customers we don't have, what distributors we can't seem to get because we're focusing on the wrong thing. Have you ever, y'all know I love sports, so have you ever watched track and field? Maybe your children or your grandkids were track and field runners, or maybe you did yourself back in the day. But there are people that do hurdles. Have you ever looked at a hurdler preparing to start the race, not running the race, at the starting point, getting ready to put his feet down in the blocks? Where are their eyes? Where are their eyes focused? On the finish line. Now, once the race starts, they give their attention to their technique, their speed, their rhythm, their pacing to be able to jump over each hurdle. And Akana Nation, whether you know it or not, you are a hurdler. The only difference is if the guy or the lady who is running, if their trailing leg hits a hurdle, they don't turn around to pick it up. They keep going. If they fall, they don't whine and they don't quit. They just keep going. They don't stop and talk to the hurdle and say, bad hurdle, you got in my way. No. Why? Because the focus is not the hurdle. The focus is the finish line. Even if they're the very last person to cross. Network marketing has hurdles, and we are in the network marketing business. Network marketing has hurdles. One of the hurdles of network marketing is negative perception. People will say, is that one of those things? Is that a pyramid? Well, let me share this with you. Number one, a pyramid has no product. Number two, a pyramid is where the only people that succeed are the ones at the top. Well, that happens to be the corporation that you work for if you're on a job. And also they're illegal. Guess what? We've been here for 5 years, right? Another hurdle is people quit. That's a hurdle. You start out with folk and they quit along the way. And let me say something to you. I've not seen a seed of any kind. I don't care whether it's flowers, whether it's vegetables or fruit or herbs. I've never, ever seen a seed grow into a plant that keeps changing pots. Okay, so the third hurdle is income. I haven't made any money. So I'm asking you the question here this morning. Have you made any, A-N-Y, money? And if the answer is yes, because if you say to me, no, I've not made any money, then it's only because you haven't done anything. You can't be in Akana and not have made any money if you've done anything. You may not have made as much as you want, but you've made some money. My point is this: if you've made any money, then money can be made. If we haven't made the amount you want to make, then it's not the vehicle, it's the driver. See, when there's water in the well, it's not the well, it just means you've got to dig deeper. All you needed to know was if you could get one check. When you got here, y'all know, some of you know my story, that I was in multiple companies in my lifetime, and I did not make any money. And the reason I did not make any money because I did not do anything. I didn't do anything they said you should do. I didn't do tasters. I didn't put garments on people. I didn't change people's electricity bill, not one time. So guess what? I did not make any money. Number 4, the fourth hurdle is market saturation. The reason that I chose not to become a part of certain companies is because they've been there so long. Avon and Mary Kay and all those other companies have been around so long that the market has been saturated. But we hear there are not enough people talking about wellness. How do I know? And you say, well, Dr. Ross, there are a whole lot of health and wellness companies that are out there. They're not enough. How do I know? Because there's still somebody out there who's sick, in pain, have diabetes, high blood pressure, having heart attacks and strokes, and living with autoimmune diseases. So they're not enough. It's just like people say there are not enough churches. You see a church on every block and several on every corner within a block's time. There are not enough churches. There are not enough people teaching the word because people are still dying and going to hell. Number 5, the 5th hurdle is products too high. That's a hurdle when you're in network marketing. People tell you that products are too high. And here's what I say: sickness is higher. Number 6, not enough time. I don't have enough time. Well, use the time you have. Do you really realize the next 6 months are going to happen whether you do anything or not? The question is, what's going to be different for you in the next 6 months? If you don't do anything different, then the next 6 months are going to be just like the last 6 months, but the next 6 months is going to take place. Number 7, a hurdle in network marketing is no training and support. I don't have no training. Won't nobody support me? My upline doesn't help me. Well, go above them. Go around them. Train yourself. Find a video. Read a book. Rise. Take up thy bed and walk. And number 8, customers and distributors complain. Customers complain, distributors complain. That can be a hurdle in network marketing. And here's my answer. Who in this that's listening to the sound of my voice has a cell phone that has had problems, or a carrier that has had problems, and you had to call customer service? Whether it's, I don't care who it is, T-Mobile, I don't care if it's AT&T, I don't care if it's Sprint, whoever it is, have you ever had to call customer service, wrap that cell phone, been upset about that cell phone, but you still got it? You're still using it. If you didn't use it, you used another one, and you had times when your reception was bad, but you're still using it. So has it ever not worked right while you were paying the bill? Absolutely. So it's a part of the process is all I'm saying. It's a part of the process. It doesn't mean that you throw in the towel. It just means you stay focused. As I've been in this industry, for the short period of time that I've been in this industry, I've heard something called SWSWSWN. SWSWSWN. And you've heard it. It means some will, some won't, so what next? Some will, some won't, so what next? A lot of motivational speakers in this industry teach that. But I heard one the other day that I loved more. And it was this: SWSWSWSWN. Another SW. Did you get that? Instead of three of them, it's four of them. SWSWSWSWN. What does it mean? Some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting next. I like that one. Because Akana Nation, all we do is win. Here's my assignment. Here's what I want you to do. Close your eyes and see the end and work your way backwards. Close your eyes and see the end and work your way backwards. There's a promise and there's a problem. But the key is, where do you focus? You've got to see through the problem while focusing on the promise. It says in Hebrews that the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross, despising the shame. That's how he made it to the cross. You've got to see through the problem while focusing on the promise. Many of us, we understand this concept, but oftentimes have a more difficult time doing it in our own lives. We saw it, we did it as children. When we used to watch the cartoons on television and we'd watch Batman and Superman, even though we'd be on the edge of our little seats during all the action, the bam, wham, smack, because that's how they used to, see, I'm telling on my age, used to focus all that on television. We always knew in the end, Batman and Superman were going to win. Why? Because it was written in the script. When you watch movies and you watch Indiana Jones or Star Trek or Die Hard or Mission Impossible or I said Star Trek, you always knew that William Shatner and Harrison Ford and Bruce Willis and Tom Cruise would come out on the winning side and overpower their enemy. Why? Because you know it's in the script for them to win. Have you read the script? The script says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." In other words, he says, I know what I'm doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you, not abandon you. Plans to give you the future you hope for. Akana Nation, it's your time. It's your day. The promise is before you. Hear through. Use laser focus through the problems and see the promise. We'll see you tonight, Thursday night, 7 p.m. We have our conference call. Load it up. Get somebody on that conference call to share this business, what we do here, how we have something available to help somebody else. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. And if our midwife were closing, she'd say, push.